Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. Attention Celtic fans, at our next home game, we'll be giving the first 15,000 fans your very own Boston Celtics t-shirt. At the point, at 6'3", number 99, Andre, number 99.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check some stats for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Chet Holmgren out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Webb in at the shooting guard position. And for the Celtics, the 2 J's, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then it's Derek White. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Cowboy in at the 1. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, B.A., take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building. Plus, you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now, we get to find out.
Here we go. And so off the tip, it'll be the Heat. And here's Hero. Pulls up, high post. Good on the jump shot.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
Here's Cowboy. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from deep. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
Hero. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brown passes to Tatum. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Very versatile player. Hero spaces the floor. He can drive. He can pass. And he's a sneaky good rebounder as well. We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Hero for 3. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Cowboy. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. And finished off by Tatum.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now here's Holmgren in his last outing with 12 points. Here's Webb. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Pass to Cowboy. Here's White. 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. Again, Boston.
I just love the ball.
Heat trail by 10. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Fifth, Chet Holmgren.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Jaquez, the pass to Capella. Holmgren with it. That one's good for two.
And wow. I mean, giving Holmgren a look from there, that's just too easy.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Off with the layup. 14 feet away. The shot by Webb, no good. Boston on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. And the basket by Brown.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Webb. It's hauled in by White.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Heat trail by 10. Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Now here's Hero, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. Pass to Holmgren. This one for three. Boston pulls it in. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Heat trail by 13. Here's Webb. Coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia. Pass to Hero. He shoots it. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Cowboy, the pass to Tatum. For three. And the Celtics another three.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Webb. Screen by Capella. Miami, no good that time either.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Tatum against Jaquez. Misses in close. Celtics lead by 16. Here's Cowboy. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3. Hero with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Pass to Holmgren. Will it go? He drops it from range. Holmgren's got 5 points.
Oh, putting his range to work. Holmgren is a threat at the arc. Believe that.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
It's all you, MP.
Boston has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. And let's take a look at Miami. Holmgren is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Shed in at the point guard.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Cowboy in that last game against the Wizards was outstanding. He had 39 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. What a game for him, and against their rivals no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Count it.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
To the inside. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Shed. Screen by Holmgren. Launches it. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren's size beats the contact.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Celtics lead by 14. Here's Cowboy. Consistent production from him, averaging just over 26 a game. And here's Tatum. Puts up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Webb. They get the rebound. Can't get it to fall.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Cowboy. Here's Pritchard. Fires for 3. Sinks it from distance. Pritchard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. Jaquez, the pass to Hero. Boston pulls it in. Here's White. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Jaquez. Yet to see a basket. Hero for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Cowboy. Pass to White. 6 to shoot. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Now here's Hero. Tight defense on him. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by Cowboy.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Hero outside. Unloads from 13. Hero with another miss.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Pass to Cowboy. There's the triple. The rebound by Ware.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Webb passes to Hero. Here's Webb. Puts it up. Can't get it to drop.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Checking out the Celtics, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Celtics.
Their ability to string together threes and demoralize a team, man, we saw that in the first half.
Seems like the score couldn't be more lopsided, but we still have another half to go. Prove me wrong. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And Stan, they always say for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Cowboy in at the point. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
And he is so good from deep. Hero puts up high percentages on high volume.
It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Porzingis at the line, shooting one.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
Now here's Jaquez. Still no points. Capella, the pass to Hero, and he drives in. Good D by Porzingis.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside, Brown. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Pure from three-point range. Cowboys got 9.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Hero on the wing. 11 points in the game. And the shot's good.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
The Heat have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Hero for 3. The rebound, Celtics. Here's White. Again, Boston.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's Cowboy. 9 points in the game. And here's Brown for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Jaquez. Great D that time from Porzingis. And here's Boston. They're on a 10-2 run here. And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Here's Hero. 13 points in the game. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 tonight. Goes up on the baseline. Tatum can't hit. Miami's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Webb, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
Well, he brings the heat. Hero giving the people what they came to see.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's Cowboy. 12 points for him. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That'll be a second foul of the game. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Cowboy. Consistent production from him, averaging just over 26 a game. 5 on the clock. Pass to Pritchard. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Pritchard's got 11 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Back to Hero. Screen by Capella. Takes the 3. That doesn't go either for Hero. Boston on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. And it's Boston scoring again.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. To the left side wing. Here's Webb. The rebound, Celtics. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Cowboy. Now Tatum from downtown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Inside, here's Webb. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got rebound number 8 now.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Out to the right wing. Porzingis finds Tatum. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Tatum's got 9 points now in the second half. Here's Hero. He's got 15. Pass to Webb. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Back to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Capella. And it's good. 2 points. Tatum's got 34 points.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Hero outside. To win the cold spell. And it's good on the layup. Hero's got 9 points in the quarter.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Brown scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Cowboy. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 6th assist of the night. Miami has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Wiggins outside. Here's Webb. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
What a job Wiggins has done with his passing skills. Significantly improved over the years.
52 seconds left in the third. Cowboy, the pass to Tatum. Here's Cowboy. The three-pointer off the mark. Well, the Heat's shooting only 39% so far in the game. Hero for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Hero's got 20 points.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And it's Cowboy missing.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
To the paint. The kick out to Wiggins. Hero on the wing. Here's Capella. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Boston Celtics. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out. Expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Setting the floor for Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Holmgren. And it's Webb in a shooting guard.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Here's Shed. Pass to Holmgren. Wiggins with it. Now here's Holmgren. And again, no good by Miami. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Washington. Here's Cowboy. Knocks it down from distance. Cowboys got 11 points here in the second half.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Pass to Ware. Wiggins outside. Here's the pick to end the run. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Here's Cowboy. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Webb. Off target with the 3.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's Cowboy. Washington outside. Bryant outside. Fires it. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Boston making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Good on the second one.
Yeah, the first overall pick in 2014, Andrew Wiggins has carved out a nice career as a scoring wing.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Hero. Pritchard gets it to go.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Cowboy from the arc. And it's Miami with a rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Webb. Buries it from 3.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Now here's Payton to the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Almost converts despite the contact.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
That free throw misses. Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
Waters is checked in for Payton. And Miami with a change here, too. Jaquez is checked in. The Heat shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Hero. Three-pointer. And here's Holmgren. Here's Webb. That three's off the mark.
Just not his night offensively. That's part of why they fell behind.
Here's Waters. Takes a three. He buries it from 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now here's Jaquez. From deep, Holmgren. And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Boston making a switch here. Bryant's checked in.
Team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 12, Thomas Bryant.
Boston has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Pritchard, the pass to Cowboy. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Cowboys got 20 points. Here's Hero. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
So it's Boston now. Miami making their last shot. Fires in the triple.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Now here's Hero. Jacks up a 3. Hits a three-pointer. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Now here's Holmgren. Pass to Capella. It's Jaquez on the wing. Releases. Gets an open look and hits it.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They get it again. Bryant. And he makes it on the layup.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
The shot by Webb, no good. Here's Cowboy. Lays it up and banks it in.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at it. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.